What if I told you every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," a piece of your dreams dies? Stick around because we're shouting down procrastination right here, right now. In the bustling town of Applewood lived a boy named Tommy, bright-minded yet always racing against the clock. Every morning, the rhythmic hum of the school bus engine charged the air just as Tommy scrambled around the house. He would appear rushing out the door, homework in one hand, toast in the other, and his untied shoelaces tripping him every few steps. Often seen shaking her head, his ever-caring mum gently warned, "Tommy, if you keep putting things off until later, you might get in trouble. It's better to do things right away." Tommy's teacher, Mr. Johnson, often found Tommy's homework on his desk just as he was about to leave. He'd already reminded the class, "Remember, kids, we should finish our work on time." Hearing this, Tommy felt slightly embarrassed and knew deep down that he needed to change his habits. One sunny day, Peter, Tommy's best friend, was excited to spend his day flying kites with Tommy. But Tommy's mom asked him to clean his room before he could go out. Typical Tommy got distracted by his favorite TV show, allowing procrastination to snatch hold of him. He thought he could finish quickly, but the day slipped away. Meanwhile, Peter's excitement slowly faded, replaced with disappointment as the sun set, and there was still no sign of Tommy. Tommy always liked to put off his work, which got him into trouble when he partnered with Peter on an important science project. Peter worked hard while Tommy played video games. It wasn't until the night before it was due that Tommy realized he hadn't done anything. He cried out, "Oh no, I haven't even started. What have I done?" It was like someone splashed cold water on him. Looking at the clock, he said regretfully, "I should have listened to Mom." His tardiness resulted in a big "failed" in red ink on their team project report. Tommy could see the disappointment in Mr. Johnson's eyes. At that moment, he realized he had let Peter and himself down and lost his teacher's trust too. He apologized to Peter, his voice nervous but honest. "I'm really sorry I messed up, but I promise to get better at keeping time." Hearing Tommy's apology, Peter couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. They asked Mr. Johnson for another chance. Seeing sincerity in their eyes, he offered them another shot at the project. Changes weren't easy. Tommy started by creating a daily schedule but forgot to follow it the next day. He plopped down in front of the television, controller in hand. Taking a deep breath, he put the controller away, took out his schedule again, and this time decided to stick to it. In the following days, Tommy faced some hard mornings where his cozy bed seemed more inviting than the prospect of being on time. But determined to change, he fought off the warmth of his blankets to take on the day's challenge. It was tough, but Tommy never let that stop him. While eating lunch, he saw his unfinished project sitting on the table. Usually he would have left it for later, but he set his sandwich down this time and got to work. After a week of focusing on his new schedule, Tommy was surprised to wake up one morning before his alarm rang. He had enough time to get himself ready. His mom, now relishing her peaceful morning coffees, was happy to see his changes. Feeling energized, Tommy was the first at the bus stop, warmly greeting the bus driver with a big grin. He then entered the classroom and placed their completed science project on Mr. Johnson's desk. The surprised smile on his teacher's face was the earliest sign that Tommy's hard work was paying off. With Tommy's newfound respect for time, they delivered an exceptional project. But more importantly, his friendship with Peter solidified. Instead of rushing into his favorite video game after school, Tommy surprised Peter by suggesting they practice for their upcoming kite competition. Peter rewarded his best friend with a puzzled but pleased look. With each practice, their kite and their bond soared ever higher. On the kite flying contest day, everyone in Applewood town came to watch the kids fly their kites. Tommy and Peter's kite wobbled a bit before it flew high in the sky. Amid gasps of surprise from the crowd, their kite claimed the sky, outsoaring every other. The boys cheered loudly, hugging each other as everyone clapped. Applewood will always remember Tommy, not as the boy chasing after the bus with untied shoelaces, but as a remarkable boy who learned the true value of time and proved that personal growth and change are always possible. Just as the rising sun washes away the darkness of the night, every second we hold in our hands gives us a chance to turn it all around. So the next time you think of saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," remember these wise words of the renowned author, Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Be like Tommy, and instead of waiting for tomorrow, start today, because today, not tomorrow, is the first day of the rest of your life.